Welcome back. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Swardik Mayanja, and this is the Mayanja Accredited News Network. We are on another episode of My Everyday Hero interview series where I interview someone in your life or someone in my life that makes us smile but does not get the credit that they deserve. Today, I get to interview a leader, a hockey prodigy, and an old pal. Welcome to the show, AJ Johnson.
Thank you very much for having me.
Of course.
There is no justice when so few have so much and so many have so little.
AJ, long time no see. Pleasure. Thank you for coming on. I love it. So let's start from the beginning. First, you give us a quick background, and this is a question I've wanted to know from you for the longest time. What does AJ stand for?
AJ stands for Alexander Joseph Johnson.
Alexander
Joseph Johnson.
Wonderful. So AJ, who are you? Where are you from? And tell us. Yeah. So let's just start there.
All right. So I'm from Newton, Mass, born and raised. I attended Newton North High School.
Yes, you did.
Your alma mater as well.
Woo-woo.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, that's really it.
Quick and simple.
Yeah.
So the way I know AJ, so we did go to the same school. He was a year younger than me.
Yep.
But when we really got to know each other is when we had leadership together.
Yep.
My senior year, his junior year, we had leadership class together. Do you want to give just a quick brief description of what that class was and a little bit of the excitingness and how we became to be such good pals from that class?
Sure. Yeah. So this leadership class was created by the staff at Newton North.
Yes.
Basically to take all of the leaders in that school from all different walks of life, genders, race, social groups, cliques, whatever you want to call it. So basically the teachers came together and they kind of talked about each year who was the leader of each of those groups.
Exactly.
And they put this class together to bring us all together, basically to see if we could get, our main friend groups and whatnot to become closer with each other all around, broaden our horizons a little bit. And we talked about race, we talked about gender, we talked about sexuality, contemporary conflicts.
Exactly. We talked a ton, and it got, people's feelings got hurt, but people also opened up a lot, and I think that's a really one of the biggest reasons why people from that class stay friends. Mumburi, who I'm real good friends with. Burry, yes.
Yeah.
I actually had him on the interview as well. You guys should check that out. But from that class, we did all that, bonding and getting to know other people. But we also had some fun trips.
Right.
So tell us, first, you guys went to New Orleans, but I did not go.
Right.
I had a state relay track meet that I had to go to, which I don't regret because we won, but I regret because I missed it. So why don't you tell me what I missed out on that New Orleans trip?
Well, before we went on that trip, if you don't recall, we went on a trip at the beginning of the year to Sergeant Camp up in New Hampshire.
Oh, yes.
The overnight trip.
Yes.
And that trip was basically that was when we were all really still getting to know each other, and we went up there, did some team building activities, and we all stayed in the cabin together.
Exactly.
The guys were in one place, the girls in the other place. No one was sneaking out.
No.
It's close quarters up there, not much room to breathe. So.
Exactly.
But I just remember, to this day, I think one of the most emotional, eye-opening, not strategy, but
it was like a conversation. Bonding something.
Basically, what happened is you got in group with whatever race you identified as, whether you were white, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever, and you took a couple sheets of paper. You wrote down what you think stereotypes of the other race were.
Yeah.
It was all anonymous, obviously, and there was bags set up in the middle of the room. And you go drop it, in whatever bag that stereotype fell under with what race.
Exactly.
And I just remember that there was a lot of things that people said. Some were not surprising, obviously, but also some were very surprising.
Very.
It came to the point that the more in-depth we got and the more comfortable we became with the situation at hand and what we were talking about, and people really started to open up.
Yeah.
People were crying.
It was intense.
And I think that I think that was good, because I think that what that did is it kind of got, everything off the table. People were calling a spade, and I think that after that, even though there were some things that people said that might have hurt other people or, whatever, I think that really was what brought our class so close. And I remember, I've been back to that class a couple times. Actually, my senior year, I was the first ever leadership class TA.
Are you serious?
Yep. So
that's awesome.
I love that class so much that I went back next year, and I basically took attendance for Goddard and Leong. And if there was trouble, Goddard knows I have no issue speaking up and talking about my opinions. So I know that there was times where if the class was being a little timid, didn't want to open up, he'd call me and be like, well, what did you guys think about this? And I go, well, because, to this day, I still keep in touch with him. And he said that was probably the best, not only leadership class, but class he's ever had.
It's awesome.
Teaching. So.
I love that class. I love that class.
But on
New Orleans.
Yeah. On a lighter note, New Orleans. So I'm very sad you didn't come.
I know. I'm sad I didn't go.
Basically, this New Orleans trip was after February break. We went down as a group to New Orleans, Louisiana, and we teamed up with this group called, I forget the name of this group. It's not Habitat for Humanity. I think it's the St. Bernard's Project, or the Bernards.
They were building the homes.
Right. So what we did is we all flew down there together.
Yes.
We stayed in a church in the lower 9th Ward.
That's awesome.
Now, being a kid from Newton, Massachusetts, not really traveling anywhere other than the Midwest or up to Canada playing hockey my whole life. Being down south, especially in that area, was I don't want to say mind-blowing experience, but it was definitely eye-opening.
Exactly.
So basically our day was we'd get up in the morning, have breakfast, we'd get on a school bus, and we'd go to whatever work site we were going to be on for that day. And we did everything from landscaping to painting to carpentry, and we were there all day from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We'd get back on the bus, go back to the church. They'd have dinner prepared for us.
That's really nice.
And we would also, after dinner, we'd all come together, and we would either watch a documentary about Hurricane Katrina, or we'd talk about the issues that were going on at that time. Now, we went down in 2013, and Katrina happened, I believe, in 2004.
Yes.
So that's 9 years later.
Exactly.
Okay?
A long time.
What I saw there was, it pretty much looked like the hurricane happened the day before in the lower 9th Ward. Now, granted, we went to Bourbon Street, we went to the French Quarter, we went near the Mercedes-Benz Dome. That looked brand new,
Yeah.
So I think that, whoever was in charge of that whole cleanup, they just wanted to take care of the tourist places first, obviously. But we learned a lot of things about how, these houses that are there that are abandoned, they still, whoever owns that property, if it's not up to code in that community, they still get taxed on it every day, even if they're not there. So there's people that have been out of there for 7-8 years now, and
still paying
they're
taxes.
still paying taxes on the house they don't even live in. They could be living in Nevada or California, or
That's insane.
So, but it was definitely, that was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life, because I felt like I really got to help a community that was in so much need. And I'll never forget this. One of the last days we were there, we were on the bus coming out of the neighborhood in the lower 9th Ward, and some random guy on the side of the road came and stopped the bus, and he asked to open the doors and come and talk to us on the bus. And I'm sitting in the back thinking, oh my God, what's going on right now? Are we getting robbed? We're trying to steal the bus. But there was a good old Southern barbecue going on, block party down there.
Oh my God.
There was about 50 people there. There was tents set up. They were cooking crawfish. That was the first time I ever had a crawfish, and it was delicious. Goddard was trying to teach me how to eat the crawfish. Me and OJ, Oliver Jackson.
There you go,
Me and OJ were trying to suck the juice out of the crawfish, choking on the spices. All the elderly women were laughing at us, and that was pretty cool. Just because it felt good because they knew why we were there.
Exactly.
They know we didn't need to be there, and they just wanted to show us a good time, give us a good meal.
That's amazing.
So,
I mean, Yeah, good vibes, right? I mean, that's just like a very good situation. I am sad that I didn't get to go, but it sounds like it was a great time.
It was a great time.
Leadership forever, right?
Yep.
So you and I have something similar, from together.
Mm-hmm.
You did track, but just 1 year.
1 season.
I mean, 1 season. You just did track 1 season.
Yep.
Tell me, why did you decide to do track? When did you do track? And how did it continue?
So track all started my junior year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
One of my good friends, Ryan Lucan, who you know very well.
Very well.
He was a track phenom like yourself.
Very good.
At Newton
Good for you, Ryan.
He had the opportunity to go on to run track at Cornell.
Yes.
So my junior year, I'm big into fitness like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that track is one of the most demanding sports for conditioning, obviously.
Exactly.
So I was talking to Ryan. I said, "Hey, can I come down and run with you guys sometimes just to get some conditioning in for hockey?"
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Yeah, sure." So I go down. I start running, and this is how I met Jim Blackburn.
Blackburn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're out there.
So I ran with the team for a little bit, and he asked me what sports I played and stuff, and he told me that next year, my senior year, come up for the track team in the spring, because he knew I played hockey in the winter.
Exactly.
I'm not a distance guy, so I wasn't doing cross country. Let's be real.
Let's wrap that up.
Nothing against those cross country runners, distance runners, but that's not my bread and butter.
No.
So senior year, outdoor season.
Yeah.
2013. I am a part of the 4x1 relay.
There you go.
I ran the 100-meter dash. Mm-hmm. Here and there, I'd run the 200.
There you go.
And out of nowhere, I long jumped. So
you and David O.
Me and David O. David O, by the way, is murdering it right now at BU.
Yes, he is.
I think he broke the school record for the triple jump.
It's insane.
I'm pretty sure.
Kind of like the shit.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite events that I only got to do one time was the sprint medley relay.
Oh my goodness.
At state relays. Yeah.
Yes.
I ran the 200 in that relay with Ryan Lucan, Jared Pryor, and Gabe Montague. And we ended up setting the school record for the sprint medley. Now, I don't want to admit it, but I heard a little rumor that someone broke our record this past year for the sprint medley.
Yes, they did.
So
I did hear that from
good
Black.
for them, but it was nice to have my name on the banner in the gym there for a little bit.
Good for you. That's 2 years, right? Yeah, 3 years.
3 years.
Good for you.
Yep. So that was fun, and come the Division I state meet. This is another good story.
Yeah.
I kind of pulled my hamstring pretty bad a couple weeks earlier, and I got back. Luckily enough, I got back soon enough to be able to compete in states.
Yeah.
The only one I qualified for was long jump. I didn't qualify for the 100-meter or anything else.
Yeah.
And I jumped.
You qualified for long jump for states?
Yep.
AJ, that's impressive.
Yeah, my first year.
That's insane. Good for you. I don't know how these ice skaters can jump.
Couldn't tell you.
Good for you.
So I jump, I forget, I think it was like 20 feet 2 inches, 20 feet 8 inches, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. I end up placing, getting a couple points for the team. That
every point matters.
That helped. Went on to we won the Division I state meet that year, and we went on to win the all-state meet that year. But one thing that happened was my last jump at states, my third jump, my groin felt a little tight, and I think something was going to happen. So I was halfway down the runway. My hamstring kind of pulled again, and I was hobbling down the runway on one foot, hit the board, jumped 17 feet. 17 feet, and I immediately got peeled out of the sand pit.
Oh
my parents threw me in the trunk of their car.
Jeez.
Rushed me to Newton Wellesley. They hooked me up to the IV, got some medicine going through me, and the last thing I remember is calling Ryan Lucan on the bus, asking if we won. And I was on medication, so I got emotional, started to cry. And I go, "Is Blackburn proud of me?" He said, yeah, he's proud of you. So I luckily got off. I got out of the hospital soon enough where I went back to school, Tiger Drive.
There you go.
And I was on crutches, and I was waiting for the boys to show up with the trophy.
Holy shit.
So that was fun.
That's legit. That's
Yep.
team. That's team. You want him on your team. My goodness.
Yeah.
And now I hear that you helped coach a couple years at North.
Yep. So the past 3 years I've been out of high school. Every spring, I fell in love with track.
Good for you.
When I did it. It was just something so different from hockey. I played baseball growing up, little bit lacrosse. I'm a big golfer, love golf. A lot of hockey players like golf. I don't really golf competitively, but golf, other than hockey, was really the only thing I did my high school years. So track was definitely something cool and different that I fell in love with. Jim Blackburn, I'm going to come out and say this right now, is probably one of the most, if not the most important, influential people in my entire life.
That's awesome.
He took me in right away. We became very close very quick. So I just thought that since he did a lot for me, I could definitely go back and try to help him out a little bit. So the past three outdoor seasons, when my hockey season was over and I could put in a little bit of time and effort, I would go down to the track every day with the guys' outdoor team, and I'd help coach. Now, do I know everything about track? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But he would tell me what to do, and I'd run with the guys, stay in shape.
That's awesome.
Try to be a little motivator for them and stuff, and being out of school a little older than them, but at the same time a lot younger than the other coaches and stuff. So I think that
you were able to get on the track.
Right, I was able to get on the track, and I think the guys on the team still liked having a younger guy around that could relate with them, shoot the shit a little bit, keep it loose, which ended up, doing that all 3 years, and I was lucky enough to, the meets that we went to, I did a little bit of officiating.
That's awesome.
I officiated the long jump and triple jump and stuff, so I made a little money doing that.
Good for you.
Doesn't hurt.
No, it doesn't.
But yeah, no, I mean, to this day, I still love the sport, and I was actually planning on trying to run outdoor at Southern Maine this year.
Oh, wow.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe next year.
Maybe
next year. Go out for the team. But yeah, I just think that
you're a true athlete, AJ. Like through and through athlete.
I try.
Like mindset, like staying in shape, the whole nine. Like no one goes out and plays a sport to keep, to stay fit. Like it's impressive. AJ, hero. Talk about hero. This guy.